We respond. e5. We attack. We defend. We play a 6. The exchange variation is reached. Well, he didn't target the knight on f6, touching the pawn, castling, or knight move, or queen instead. d4. Well, that's also possible. Well, here if I take. Here there's an exchange. The most normal thing would be b5. And perhaps drop the bishop. He moves the queen here. It can also make an intermediate move, e5. Otherwise, the bishop will be trapped. Queen check. Queen to e7. Another move loses. Bishop trapped on c4. It could become a passed pawn, but I'd leave the bishop pair there. We remember that bishops are superior, let's say. Well, here he probably left me the pawn, but after this I must control the b7 file, because if I capture here, then there I capture. Here I capture, he plays his bishop, and he would be attacking me here and there on ranks 8 and 4. So it could be a bishop move, or capture and then play bishop on b7. Capture here, then capture the intermediate here. If he captures here, I'll capture. So that's what we do. It's the best plan, but it could also be another move, a more active rook move, let's say. Or capture normally. Play. Normally. We did not advance to defend the knight. If I simplify, it makes the task easier for white because they are underdeveloped. So the more exchanges you make, the easier it becomes for white to play. There are two possibilities here. Either bring the pawn to the center or continue pressing from below. I like knight to f6 better. From here, rook to e1 is stronger, so I should look for some activity. Normal capture. The best plan is that if I castle, he captures my bishop. So that's a better plan, and clearly then develop. Doing this further restricts the bishop, possibly on the 5th rank. I like bishop to e6 more, because here I damaged the pawn structure. That's my plan involving e6. White, as you can see, his pieces are very uncoordinated and not fully developed. So black is in a big advantage. I could, but as I say, that makes it easier for the player with a development disadvantage, so exchanges are better for him. And here we can do this to bring pawns to the center. And we have 2 pawns in the center. Then it's a matter of coordinating and advancing with the pawns, and that's certainly black's best plan. We're going to get a victory. If we cover, it's the same idea, exchanges favor the less developed side. The possible black plan is bishop to f6, pressing on b2. Well, anyway, here, although there are some exchanges, you can already see the advantage of the passed pawn. Well, there the piece was hung. But we will try to promote or exchange the pieces, because the endgame is, we could say, 1. No, we centralize the rook. Mostly in endgames, one should worry about bringing the king to the center as long as there is no danger of attack. Especially when the queens are off the board, there's less risk, but if there are more than 3 minor pieces, it's not advisable. We see the passed pawn plan. We exchange, and we seek promotion. Rook to c8. Well, my opponent should be resigning here. We threaten queen on c1. And that's it. The mistake, we can see, was in the opening. Probably d4 very risky. Maybe here it had to be e5. Very important. And after knight, maybe queen to e2 and knight to c5, but it was very important that I advanced. Because after this I was already in a better position. When exchanging bishop for a knight. In any case, black was going to win due to the centralization of the king and the advance of the central pawns.